Hi, and welcome back into day 2. Now, there are obviously lots of practical ways of prioritizing our work or whatever we have going on in our life, and we'll come on to some of those over these next 10 days. But I think the baseline for prioritization is probably a bit bigger than that. It's not just about kind of charts and flows. It's about how we really feel about today. And although it may sound a little kind of heavy and even perhaps morbid to some, a really helpful idea is just to think about, what would I do if this was my final day, if this was my last day? This isn't about crossing everything off the list and then going off and doing something really nice instead. But if you only had this day, what would you do first? What would you prioritize on that list? Sometimes when there's a lot of confusion in the mind, when there's lots of things to do, that can be a really useful way of providing some clarity. Again, it's something we're going to come back and revisit in the coming days. You don't need to think too much about it right now, but just take a moment. As always, just make sure you're sitting comfortably, the back upright, the eyes just resting with that soft focus. And then when you're ready, just taking some big deep breaths. And with the out breath, just gently closing the eyes, feeling the weight of the body press down. And just taking a few moments, no matter how busy the mind is, no matter how restless the body is, just taking a few moments just to settle in, getting comfortable in your posture, noticing the sounds around you, just allowing everything to come and go. And as you bring the attention back to the body, just starting to notice what feels comfortable, what feels uncomfortable. So scanning down from head to toe, nice, gentle, even scan. Not thinking about the sensations, just noticing the different feelings in the different parts of the body. So just allowing the attention to move to the breath now. To begin with a very soft, general focus, just noticing where in the body you feel that rising and falling sensation. And just resting that attention now on that rising and falling movement. Following each in breath, each out breath, just following the natural rhythm of the body. And as you continue to follow the breath, now just starting to count, just to help you maintain that focus. Just as we did yesterday, just counting up to 4. When you get to 4, stopping there and starting again at 1. The only thing you need to do is to realize when the mind's been distracted. In that moment, just letting the thought go and gently bringing the attention back to the breath again. So at any time you find yourself getting caught up in thinking, seeing it, letting it go. If it feels too difficult to come back to the breath, come back to a sensation in the body, whatever that sensation is. Could be the feet on the floor, body against the seat beneath you. If you find that easier, just pause there for a moment and then return to the breath. So just stepping out of thinking and bringing the attention into the body. And now just letting go of that focus. And for a moment, just allowing the mind to be completely free. Just let the mind do whatever it wants to do now. And now just gently bringing the attention back to the body. Just feeling the weight of the body again, pressing down against the seat or the floor. Feeling the weight of the arms and the hands on the legs. And just slowly becoming more aware of the space around you, the sounds, any smells. You can open your eyes in your own time, but pausing just as we did yesterday. Just taking a moment to notice how the body feels, how the mind feels. So today we began with a fairly big idea. It's an idea that's probably worth taking away, not to think about it too much, but just perhaps to try it. Just for a few days, just to see, okay, if this were my last day, it may well change not only your short-term prioritization, but also your long-term prioritization. So you have a better sense of where it is you're heading. So as I say, it's a really useful skill. It can seem heavy, but approached in the right way with a certain kind of lightness, it can actually cut right through any confusion we have about anything and become a really, really useful tool. I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 3.